distinguished marketing communications professional with over 11 years of work experience across advertising and marketing industries from FMCG to hospitality. Having worked with companies like Ogilvy and Mather, DDB Mudra, McCann Erickson, Vogue and GQ Magazine, Taj Group of Hotels, and now with Marriott International, Madam spearheads marketing communications for the entire cluster of hotels in Bangalore. Ma'am, we are really awed by your profile. In a very young age, you have accomplished so much, you have seen so much, you have experienced so much, and today we have this rare opportunity of learning a lot of things from you. Thank you so much for giving us this opportunity and your valuable time, ma'am. We are really humbled. Over to you, ma'am. Yes.
Thank you. Thank you, Senthil. Thank you and good afternoon, everyone, and welcome. I'm guessing if all the students are on board right now, or should we wait for a couple more minutes for everyone to come, or we are good to start? Because I can see some students.
We are good to start, ma'am.
We are good to start? Okay, all right.
Yes.
So, yes, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for the brilliant introduction, Senthil. It really means a lot to me. I wanted to share my experience also with all the students here at IHM Chennai, because I want to tell everyone that the hospitality industry is going through a lot right now at the moment. The COVID pandemic has really hit us bad, and the tourism and hospitality industry are one of the most affected and worst in this worst hit industries in this tumultuous time. But having said that, there is a lot of hope right now in the industry, and there is a lot of hope at the end of this tunnel, because the jobs in marketing, the hotels, the budget hotels, the five-star hotels, the entire travel and tourism industry, it is only going to grow from here, because people are not going to be in their houses forever. Okay, always realize the fact that this is the time. These are very excruciating, difficult times that we are in right now, but we're going to overcome this. And when people are going to come out of this crisis situation, then people will be wanting to go and visit the hotels and go and dine and go back to their fine dining and other kinds of dining and outing, going to destination. So marketing will play a very big role, and especially digital marketing. So having said that, I'm going to quickly show and present my screen so that I can share the presentation. Senthil, tell me if we are being able to see the screen, okay? Are you being able to see my screen? Okay, great. Okay, great. I'm getting responses here. That's fantastic. Okay, also, dear students, I will be presenting to you what is digital marketing today, okay, in this COVID time, in the crisis of this pandemic. And any kind of questions that we have, we will take the questions at the end of the seminar and at the end of the webinar, okay? And in between, I will be having some questions to make it very interactive. So if you can answer in the chat box the way you are answering right now, it will be great. So without further ado, I'll start on the presentation, okay? So like I said, today we are talking about crisis digital marketing. Now, why digital marketing has changed into this medium of crisis digital marketing? Because marketing today is not the same as it was 3 months back. Digital marketing, social media marketing, even crisis marketing, which is crisis media management, it comes under the purview of public relations. That was also existing under marketing, but it was a very different kind of crisis that we were handling. Crisis of natural calamities, crisis of organizational calamities, and different kinds of crises that happen in the organization because of the ecosystem which is external as well as the internal ecosystem of a company. After this pandemic crisis has hit us, the crisis understanding has become completely different. Brands, the way we used to market ourselves and the way advertising used to be done is absolutely not the same how we are advertising and how we are communicating with our audiences today. About marketing and communication is if any brand is completely silent, it is the most toxic strategy in today's crisis communication. Think of it. If there is any brand that you can think of, and if you can list out on that chat box, which is completely silent and not having any communication at all, do you want to remember that brand? Do you remember that brand? If yes, drop a text and I want to know the names of the brands on that chat box which are completely silent. Those are the brands that are not going through in a very good state. One, during this crisis communication of this pandemic coronavirus. Two, they don't have the funds to be active. Three, they are a brand which is going to die out very soon. The brands which are very active, remember, hospitality industry is also going through a very terrible, tumultuous time, but they're still not silent. Brands like the Taj Hotels, brands like Marriott Hotels, everybody is doing their bit to be very active on the digital platform. When I go ahead, I will be showing you examples, okay? Look at this example. When I say brands are active today and the marketing is not the same as it used to be earlier, look at Coca-Cola's marketing strategy. They are doing large billboards. Staying apart is the best way to be staying united. This is one large outdoor media advertising that Coke has done to show that how they are changing with the changing times and adapting to this COVID-19 pandemic. Similarly with McDonald's, being together, being not together, but still the brand is one. So these are very important messages that the brands are sending out to consumers, relevant in today's time. Nike says, if you ever dreamed of playing for millions around the world, now is your chance. Play inside, play for the world. If you look at Nike's Instagram account or Facebook account, you will see everybody is posting videos on how they're using Nike to play inside and to play at home. That is how they're spreading the message of staying safe and staying home. Look at this ad. Now, this is an ad which is done in Hungary. They have capitalized on the situation of this COVID pandemic and they have made a COVID perfume. Basically, it is not a perfume, it is a sanitizer. But they feel that it is very important to sterilize and they wanted to...
Ma'am, please share the screen again. We can't see the presentation.
Oh, you can't see the presentation?
No, ma'am. Just share the screen once again.
Okay, 1 second. Your screen is still visible to others.
Yes, ma'am. It's visible now. It's visible.
It's visible. Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. I'll just go back to the presentation. Can you see this now? Okay. All right. Thanks, Tushar. Thanks, Arun. Okay. I'll get back to this one now. Right. Okay. Right? So this is COVID perfume, but basically it's a hand sanitizer. And this is the way that they are marketing it, saying it's a COVID, the perfume kind of a fragrance, which is going to sterilize and going to sanitize you and it's going to last forever. Similar kind of usage that we do for perfumes, but they have kind of used it for a sanitizer with a perfume of that. These are different ways of how brands today are communicating in this pandemic crisis time. Okay, now let's look at some growth statistics, okay, to give you some perspective on numbers. So why I'm showing you the United States? Because we're coming to social media. Now, social media today is the biggest weapon for dealing with this pandemic crisis. When I say it's a weapon, it is because today, whoever is active on social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, for all you students, it is the most important time to be active on social media because the number of users that have increased from February till March or April and now May, June, it's exponential. So even if you did a post or a video post in February, the amount of likes, comments, and share, or rather engagement and traction that you would have got then would be much lesser than what you would get now. So now is the time to start a page of your own, start a blog, make an Instagram account, make a TikTok account, and start posting every day, because the number of people that are active on social media is far too many right now. So looking at these numbers, we're looking at 227 million in February of Facebook users in US, okay? 227,800,000. That number has increased to 233 million, $500,000, which is a 2.5 increase, which accounts for 5.7 million active users. If you look at the age bracket of, I'm showing you with my arrow, this is the age bracket I'm looking at, 25 to 34, okay? It's the highest age segment of users of Facebook. This number has increased by 1 million in just 1 month. Now let's look at Instagram numbers for United States again. We're looking at 119,800,000 users in February to 124,200,000 in March. Now come down, look at this age bracket of 25 to 34. Again, highest age bracket. This age bracket group has increased the number of users by 2 million. Facebook increased by 1 million users, Instagram increased by 2 million users just in this 1 month from February to March. So now do you realize the potential that this has, the potential of social media right now as we speak, whether it is for individuals or whether it is for brands? It is highly, highly productive a time for anybody, whether even if it is a business, it is the right time to start on social media. Can you tell me, what is the average time that someone would be spending on social media around the world? Average time in a month, per day. How many number of hours per day would you be spending? Let me quickly. Okay, 3 hours, 2.5 hours. Yeah, Hari is very close, 2.5 hours, that's very close. 6 hours, okay, Yukti, 3 hours, 3 hours, okay. So 16 hours, okay, that's a little too much. But yes, very close. On an average, people would spend about 2 hours and 24 minutes on an average on social media. This is before the pandemic had struck us, okay? Now, during this COVID pandemic, the number of hours people are spending is anything from 6.5 to 7.5 hours a day. So if I can tell you from my experience, I'm on Instagram, I'll be sharing with you my handle also. When I used to be posting on my story, I used to have about 1,500 to 1,700 views on my story. Since February and March, I have about 5,000 to 6,000 views on my story. I have no idea how this number increased because my content is very much the same. My content is on education, my content is on yoga. And actually, my content is very relevant during this time, whether it is home cooking or home workouts or home yoga. But the idea is that everybody today is having much more number of hours that they are spending on social media. I'll give you a quick overview on social media and why do we need social media for crisis digital marketing or crisis digital management. Social media is one weapon, like I said, it's like an artillery, okay? Like how today the Galwan Valley, our Indian soldiers are fighting the Chinese with their artillery, that is their arms and ammunition. For us, if we are looking to be marketeers for tomorrow, if we are looking to be marketing and communications professionals or PR professionals, public relations, what is our artillery? What is our ammunition? Social media. If you are active on social media today, remember one thing, tomorrow if you're going for a job interview, tomorrow you want to go for like a consultancy, you have a elevator pitch. I hope everybody knows what is elevator pitch. Elevator pitch is when you get a couple of minutes in an elevator to prove your point to get funding. That's used in a typical funding scenario. But even today, everybody uses a short elevator pitch about themselves to sell who they are or to sell a business perspective or to sell a business proposition. So for every business or every person or every individual or any brand to survive, you have to be present on social media. 5 core pillars of social media. One is that you can start a social media page. You can say, today I want to start my Instagram page, and you make an account of your Instagram page and you go online and you go active. That is not the best way of starting a social media page. Whenever you start a social media page, you have to remember, why are you starting it? What is the objective? What is the motive of your starting a social media page? What do you want to achieve from it? Even if it is for your own self or your brand or your business or your friends or whatever. Anytime you're going on social media, have these 5 core pillar questions ready with you so that you can answer them on why you want to open a Facebook, Instagram, or a TikTok page during this COVID pandemic crisis. 1, strategy. These are very large lectures, okay? So I'm going to be cramping all these lectures very quickly today, right now, in this 45 minutes, so that we can quickly go through them in a short snippet. And then whenever you have questions, you come back to me. Number 1, you have to have a strategy, a strategic approach. Build on these questions. Why do I want to go on social media? What is my main objective? What is the goal? Have your SMART objective, SMART. Google this. SMART is a goal-oriented objective that you need to set before you can go on to achieving any business goal or any business target. Second, planning and publishing. Once you have a strategy in place, then you plan your move or you plan your published article. What are you going to post today? What are you going to post tomorrow? Is it going to be a video post? Is it going to be a static post? Is it going to be a reshare of another? Everything that is relevant in today's time, you have to be posting what is relevant today. Today, you want to post about China. You will get a huge number of followers and likes and engagement. Yesterday, there was a story. Yesterday's story was about Sushant Singh Rajput. You post something on Sushant Singh Rajput. Tomorrow, there will be West Bengal elections. You post something on West Bengal elections. So always keep posting on anything that is relevant to increase on your visibility on social media. Third, listening and engagement. Always listen on social media. See what others are doing. This third point means competition analysis. Always look at what is happening around the world, what is happening in the social media arena, in the digital universe, like we call it, and then make a strategy of your own. Fourth, analysis and reporting. Once you have a page of your own, then you know how do you want to analyze and you want to make a reporting structure. There are various free tools available. One is BuzzSumo, okay? The other is MAD, MADSEO, okay? These are certain, I can message you these separately on a chat, but there are certain kind of websites which are free to use to help you do analysis of how good your social media page is doing and how good your Facebook or your Instagram page is faring right now. Last but not the least, fifth is advertising, which is paid media. We don't want to chance upon this because right now we're talking about basics of social media marketing, crisis communication during this COVID time. This advertising is called paid advertising, PPC. Sorry, can you hear me? Am I going too fast? Good to go? Should I continue?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Sure. Okay, I can see some questions, Hari. What we will do... Okay, great. I'm going to go ahead. Questions we take at the end of the session, right? Okay, right. Sorry, there's a lot to cover in this lecture, but we'll quickly run through it, and then I want to show you some case studies and examples, okay? We'll quickly run through this theoretical part. All right, I'll quickly run through this theoretical part too. Okay, now, I'm sure that there are many girls on this page. Girls, can you tell me who is this lady? We are going to go through the benefits of social media for brands as well as for individual brands. Can anybody tell me who is this lady? Who's a brand today? Okay, this lady, her name is Huda Kattan. Her brand is very famous, called Huda Beauty. This lady has made a mark for herself with a brand of her own. She used to be a stylist, a cosmetologist, and then she started making her own products. And today she's a $1 billion lady, $1 billion profile of she has a own cosmetic brand called Huda Beauty, and she's a billionaire on that. And if you look at her social media page called Huda Kattan or Huda Beauty, it's got billion plus followers like Kylie Jenner. Kylie Jenner is also the youngest billionaire at the age of 19 who started her own eponymous brand called Kylie. So these are some of the brands which are individual brands, and some of the other brand benefits we will go through. For example, GoPro. If we go through the benefits to organizations, okay, for social media, these are the benefits for organizations today. Social media management. Remember, if you're a brand today, if you have a personal brand, say for example, you students, you have a personal page, okay, or somebody has a bakery at home, somebody wants to start selling cakes from home, somebody wants to start selling their classes, beauty classes, or some classes on yoga, or anybody wants to do, wants to sell, say, homemade masks they are stitching. You all are students, come up with something new. And remember, you can use the social media to benefit for your business or to benefit for your personal need. How? One, conducting market research. Remember, when you conduct a market research, you understand the audience sentiment. What is it? What are people talking about right now? If you right now go and stay in a hotel and you write a post on how beautiful your stay was and how beautiful your journey was, nobody's going to listen to you right now because nobody wants to travel. Nobody wants to fly. What do they want to do? They want to figure out how can they stay home and stay safe. What are the benefits that they can use if they can make homemade sanitizers or homemade masks? So do your audience research, do your market research, and then figure out what works for you to promote on social media. Let's go through these points one by one. So conducting market research, increasing sales opportunity and reaching target audience and business goals. Provide customer support and relationship management. This is what is called social listening. Whenever you are, where am I? Right. Relationship management, provide customer support. Whenever you are on social media and you do a post, just don't make a post and leave it. Always remember to go and see your comments and reply to each one of your comments, saying either thank you if it's a positive post, or if it's a negative post, then write something saying, oh, this is, how can I help you? How can I make things better? But never let a response go unanswered. That is relationship management. Okay. Used for international communications within an organization. Organizations use social media communications to communicate to their employees, to help build their motivation. Today, I am an employee of an organization. Tomorrow, you will be an employee of an organization. What will make you feel motivated? It is not always monetary benefits that will make you feel motivated. Tomorrow, if you are in an organization and if you do great in your job, say fighting COVID warriors or being the front line in hospitality, in front office, and you do some exceptional work in the front office area of your job, you get an incentivized, or you get to be gratified on social media as the hospitality champion of the year. On social media, the minute you get that, you can repost it on your page, get more likes, get more shares. That is a kind of organizational benefit that you get through social media. Brand awareness and brand advocacy, it helps build communication between two people, whether it is an organization or an outside person, and improve event capabilities. Remember, whenever you're doing an event, whatever you're doing, get a tripod stand, make your phone fit on the tripod stand and record everything that you're doing, whether it is an event you're doing at home, whether it is a gathering of 10 people, whether it is friends. Right now, just keep posting something or the other. Today I'm playing cards, today I'm doing a course on EDX. Today, I'm attending a lecture by Nikita Das, a hospitality professional. Take a screenshot of this, put it on your Instagram page, tag me, Nikita Das 27. I'll give you the handle. Let this information start sharing, and you see how you will build on your engagement on your social media channel. Now, how does this benefit individual? Now, maybe this is more of a importance to you. So if you are students tomorrow, and if you are wanting to be posting anything on social media, you can use this to make it go viral. An opportunity to go viral. If you look at one of my posts, I have just flown from Delhi to Bangalore. I made a post on how to travel during this COVID time. I had worn a PPE kit. I had followed all the protocols. I kept sanitizing my hands. That's the first video on my page. That video got about 4,000 visits, and a lot of people in the industry and in the travel industry shared that post. Now, do you think if I would have traveled from Delhi to Bangalore and said, hey, I'm traveling I'm traveling business class and I'm getting this food and I'm going to be staying in a 5-star hotel, do you think anybody would care? No. Because right now, that is not the sentiment. People do not want to hear that. People want to hear, if you are traveling from one place to another, what are the travel precautions that you are taking? Are you wearing only mask? Are you wearing a PPE kit? What are you touching? Are you eating out? Are you going to be using the lavatory? How hard is it to not use the lavatory? So always remember that right now is the time to be very empathetic. So do posts on what people want to see you to be posting. Okay? Like right now, you and me are learning through this platform of webinar, through a platform of Google Duo. So why don't you take a picture of this, take a video of this, post it on your Instagram page, tag me, tag Google Duo. Maybe Google can repost your post to say, hey, look at these guys, IHM Chennai, using the platform of Google Duo for their webinar series, right? And that's how your brand or your page starts becoming famous, or somebody in the social media environment starts seeing it. So this is called content seeding. Start seeding your content and tagging people irrespective of where they are in which corner of the world. And from somewhere, something can become viral. That's how organizations or individuals become viral. This is the lady that we were talking about, okay? Her name is Kylie Jenner. Does anybody know her? She's the youngest billionaire at the age of 21. Do the girls in this class know her? Oh, Yukti. Okay, great. Yes. So if you know her, then you know how big she is, and her house in Malibu, and how she is being, touted as the next best thing. So what she has also done, what she's also doing is, she's also her. Can't see the screen? Okay. Now? Okay. So Kylie Jenner, what she has also done is, to be relevant in this time, she has donated about £6,000 worth of hand sanitizer. So even her cosmetic brand now is moved on from making foundations and perfume kits and skincare. She's now making hand sanitizers and masks. So it just, brands are trying to latch on this segment, or latch on to
Madam, your screen is not visible, ma'am.
Not visible?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Visible now, it's saying.
No,
Yes.
I can see you, but not your screen.
Now?
No.
Can you all see the screen now?
Yes, sure.
Okay.
Yes, thank you.
Okay, great. Right? Okay, so now we quickly come to the last part of our lecture, and then we go into looking at some of the brand examples, all right? So social media strategy today has to have a two-pronged approach. Now say, guys, whenever today we're talking about we're a brand, okay? We are an organization. Say, for example, there are two ways of looking at social media strategy. One, with an inward or a reactive approach, and second, a proactive approach, which is post-COVID. Remember, right now, during the COVID is still a very active phase. It's not completely died down, okay? COVID is still going on. Phase, we have to take a very reactive approach. Tone of communication, which is very empathetic. Communication, which is assertive, but we don't tell people go and buy our brand or go and stay at the hotel. Now buy the hotel room at 8,000 rupees. A little bit of consideration. So you use handles, or you use hashtags like home tutorials, or you use hashtags like what things to do during quarantine, or stay at home practices, etc. Proactive approach, when we get out of this phase, when we slowly out, right? The government has opened everything. But like even in Chennai, right, there's another now 19th to 30th. People are scared. Even after 30th, once we open up completely, they are not going to come out. In Bangalore, we have opened restaurants. We have opened the whole, like hotels are open, but nobody's coming out and staying in the hotels because the scare phenomenon right now. This is the brands to take, because go approach, which means post anything on social media. We say, hey, look at how we used to be, our restaurants used to operate, or here's a lovely dish of of peri peri potatoes, and these were the top selling restaurant signature items. Come and try now. Dial so and so number. Prices starting 199 onwards. This is a proactive approach, which means you are saying that, hey, we are out of this COVID pandemic. We now are peri peri tomatoes or peri peri potatoes are ready, exactly tasting exactly the way it used to. How it is available, call on this number, where it is available, the restaurant name, and what is the price point it is available at. Prices starting 199 onwards. Approach. In a reactive approach, which is say today in Chennai, how you would want to post is you will only post a basic post with leaving it with no call to action. It is called CTA. You don't put any call to action in a reactive approach. You use rather empathetic tone or a laid back tone with hashtags which are trending, or hashtags saying mental well-being, mental health, don't stay depressed, stay home, quarantine, things that are very reactive and not pushing for direct sales. Reactive approach, and things that have a CTA, call to action, a DCTA, which is direct call to action, that will be having a proactive approach. And see some reactive and proactive approach examples. Okay, please tell me if you can see the screen. I'll be playing some videos. Okay, I hope we can all see the screen. So just to give you an example, this is a Marriott film called Hearts Wide Open that Condé Nast Traveler, which is Vogue and GQ magazine, they had posted. Right? Oops. Okay. Right. Let me play this for you.
For the first time, our borders are sealed, our airports silent. But India's travel industry is going beyond. Hotels have opened doors to medical workers fighting at the front line. Restaurants are lighting fires in their kitchen to feed the hungry. Airlines are in and bringing them home. This is the real face of Indian hospitality. This is a true spirit of travel. This is the heart of incredible India. Business may be closed, but their hearts are wide open. We salute the heroes of the travel industry for making us believe in a better tomorrow.
Okay, so this was one example of how the culture we're showcasing, we care. Okay, these are the kind of hashtags that we're using, we care. So it's a reactive approach. Now let's see another example. Another reactive approach example of how brands today are communicating during COVID without any call to action, which is an action to sell. Okay, we'll move on to another example of proactive approach. Now see, Dettol had, wait, where am I? Right. Okay, so everybody can see, right? Okay. So now what Dettol had done, we'll come to this example of Dettol. Why? Because these are a couple of the brands that are being extremely active and relevant in everybody's jobless, and brands are not having any kind of business and the economy is suffering. Some of these brands are actually making a lot of money because of the healthcare business or healthcare vertical that they are right now in. So what Dettol has done in this campaign, to make children wash their hands for 20 minutes, they started making a campaign with a song and a title called Dettol Hand Wash Challenge. And that hand wash challenge then became completely viral. Now, if you look at these are all celebrities in some or the other manner, small time, big time celebrities who started using this 20-second challenge to put on their pages. Earlier, this was just India. Now they have even gone global. South Asia picture to put videos of influencers and celebrities to do the Dettol hand wash challenge. Okay, now let's see. Let me play some video for you. I don't know, but we saw Tiger Shroff and Jacqueline Fernandez also being part of this campaign. Maybe one. Oh.
Wash now, there's a way to stop now. Oh, yes, you need a drop now. You need a drop. Oh, nah, there's a way to stop now. Yes, you need a drop now. There's a need to rush now. Yes, you need to wash now. There's a way to stop now. Yes, you need a drop now.
Okay, so that was the international page, but this is the India page. And they had used all the celebrities like Tiger Shroff and Jacqueline Fernandez and all other small Anadita, like I think it's Anahita. These are small scale TV actors to make their campaign go viral. And that's how they had 71.9 billion views on their TikTok channel for their hashtag hand wash challenge. I'm going to show you one more. Hope you can see the screen. This is Uber. Uber, was one of the companies which were again the worst hit. Okay, and there were no rides that were happening of Uber because Uber drivers were not allowed to fly by the government of the country. So this internationally, this was a campaign done by Uber saying, thank you for not riding with us. Right? So this is just to show you how Uber is also making these kind of videos and ad films that are very relevant in today's time. Brands that are doing a lot on grounds of coronavirus. All right. So I hope everybody could see those examples. These are video examples of how brands today are being completely active. Okay, a lot of brands are also doing a lot of digital animation videos. Sorry, can you see? Okay. All right. Okay. So that's the end of our lecture. That's the end of the session. I hope it was interesting enough. My social media handles are Nikita Das 27. I'm on Facebook. If you have any kind of questions, I'd like to take questions now. You can also DM me your questions. I'm very active on Instagram, and I'm happy to help you. That's my email ID. If you have longer questions that I can't finish answering right now, we can take those questions on an email. So thank you, everyone, and over to you all for questions. So if anybody has any questions regarding social media marketing or social media management during COVID time, or what is the job scenario right now? Are there going to be any kind of jobs in marketing? How is the hospitality industry looking after we come out of this pandemic situation? How do we promote unique ideas? Like what is more suitable creating a blog on it or Instagram page? Kritika, lovely question. Yes, it is very important right now to be very relevant and creating a blog. See, on a blog, you really need a lot of content in terms of you need a content for maybe writing, or you need a blog content to do a video, and it's a lot of effort rather. Instagram right now, everybody is on Instagram. So it is much, much better to start an Instagram account and you put content on Instagram account, which is easy to digest. A blog, maybe you'll have to write a larger article, you put a larger video snippet, okay? Instagram is easy. Put up a story, which is quick within 24 hours, put up a post, which will remain there and it will be very relevant. And because of the Instagram number of Instagram users that are very active right now, it makes sense to be going on Instagram and starting an account right now. Can we be a freelancer in the marketing field, Roshan? Roshan, very good question. Yes. Right now, even as we speak, I have taken a lot of consulting projects. But what happens in freelancing is, Roshan, if you are a designer, okay, if you are a graphic designer, like you do AI or you do CorelDRAW or InDesign, for you, freelance jobs is very easy to get because today people are looking for designers who are very, easily accessible and very cheap also, because designers, when they freelance, they do it at very less cost as compared to an agency cost. But if you're a marketing professional, then it will be very difficult if you don't have a good background. Say, for example, if today I have worked in Taj, I worked in Marriott, I worked in Ogilvy. Today, if I become a freelancer, I may be able to get some brands to work with me. But if you're just starting off as a newcomer in the field, it may be difficult for you to get freelance projects. It will not be impossible, but it will be difficult for you to get, because whenever people or clients or brands want to hire, they will look at your background or they will look at your background history. What is the kind of work that you have done? So it will help to first start working with a company. But if you get a project side by side, any small, medium enterprise, any small business, then freelance jobs are the best and the right way forward right now. We have a question by Yukti. Ma'am, I have a doubt. Didn't she have enough monetary support to start her company? Yes. If you're talking about Kylie Jenner, yes, she had a lot of monetary support. But Yukti, let me also tell you, in Bangalore, Chennai, there are a lot of organic farms, okay, where people are putting in money, okay? These are venture capitalists. So they are angel investors who, if you reach out to with a business proposition or a business plan, and you tell them, say, for example, you have a cosmetic company, you will need about like $1 million to invest to make a factory, to make proposition, to make your supply and distribution channel. You will also be able to fund, raise capital for your business. She had it with her. So she's a rich girl, and that's why she could go and, be a billionaire. But otherwise also, there are a lot of small scale organic farmers who are doing phenomenal in the cosmetic industry in India. Okay, there are many questions. For a student who's an aspiring sales and marketing manager, is it essential to pursue MBA specialization after our UG? Yes, please. I have always done my post-graduation, and I feel it is very important to do your MBA or a master's in marketing or advertising or any field. Suppose if you want to do in hospitality management, then do your master's in hospitality management. But a PG or a specialization is very important. Working with experience would be of more help. No, WorkX is always helpful, but a master's degree will teach you the nuances of a job. So once you have your theory, rather your foundation, which is solid, then it will be very easier for brands to hire you. Okay. How do we overcome social media bullying? Because not everyone likes or even supports us if we come up with one. Raksha. Okay. Yes, Raksha, that's true. But social media bullying, it happens if you are a very, very famous person. But if you are like any other person, like myself, you, any of our students, we may not get bullied if our content is very generic. So right now, to not get bullied and to not get into a controversy space, be very generic. Okay, post anything which is just generic. Stay safe, stay home, do cooking video tutorials, do fitness tutorials. Okay, everybody's right now at home doing fitness tutorials. So do what you think is right and stay away from controversial subjects. We have a question. Okay. Didn't Kylie Jenner have enough money to support? How to consistent with what you're doing? Social media, lack of emotional connection. Don't you think of a better growth? We need to know the needs of our customers and viewers. For being guest-centric, emotional connection is must. Rajneesh, very good question. Very, very fantastic. Yes, it is very important to understand the emotional connect. So whenever you are a brand, okay, if your consumer, say, is wishing for example, if your consumer has a birthday, okay, and your consumer's parents are not being able to, send them a cake, it is the brand's opportunity, or maybe it is the person as you and me, it is our opportunity to take that and leverage that moment and do something which forms an emotional connect on social media also. So tomorrow, if you want to go and feed the poor, you can go and feed the poor, but don't go and feed the poor, take a picture and post it on social media saying, hey, look, I'm doing good job. That is not really doing good job. That is really doing good job for social media. So that is emotional connection. Emotional connection is a must, but you don't do a show off with emotional connection on social media. Do you ever feel like taking a digital detox sometimes? If yes, how do you deal with it? Yukti, very good question. Yes, for all you students, okay, I'm glued to social media because that's also my job. But 45 minutes in the morning, okay, after you wake up, don't look at your phone. 45 minutes before you go to bed, don't look at your phone or social media. That's the best way to detox. Because other than that, today you have to be on social media. Okay, and it is sometimes killing and it is drooling because you're always on social media, you're always seeing what people are doing. So it is always very stressing also. Take 45 days in the morning, 45 days in the night off. That's all. That's your detox, and that's enough of detox that is required. As of now, I am doing digital marketing for a few small brands, though SEO, Google search word, okay, Google AdWords. I want to ask, how can I incorporate this skill in my own portfolio to get a good position in marketing department of a hotel? Very good question, Aryan. I am also doing right now SEO for a lot of brands, okay, which is my freelance brands for SEO and keyword research and social media. What you do right now to get a position in hotel marketing, I think you're on the right path. SEO, Google keyword research, Google AdWords, add to this Google My Business, GMB. Okay, start learning about GMB, Google My Business, because everybody is right now using Google My Business. Start learning about WhatsApp for business. Okay, people and brands like hotel brands are using WhatsApp for business for their food delivery chains. Okay, learn everything that is there on the digital spectrum, social media management, learn about brand resilience, which is crisis management on social media, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. Okay, do all of this. Tomorrow, when you go for an interview to a hotel chain, they will look at all of these, not just the three that you listed, but GMB, WhatsApp for Business, Google Display Network, GDN, Google AdWords, PPC campaign, search word campaign, okay, content marketing, content strategy. Start writing. If you are good in writing, then start writing your content yourself. All this is going to help you to get a job in the hotel industry tomorrow. If marketed properly, can this stay at home situation be a boon to promote tourism if possible? How can it be done? Not really, Pranav. It's a good question that you have, but tourism is all about traveling, right? So there is only this much that you can do to promote tourism sitting at home. So you can do a lot of videos on we will travel again, hashtag we will travel again, hashtag this is how Maldives used to look, hashtag Chennai used to be a beautiful home, today we are at lockdown. But it's not going to sustain for long, and it's not going to give any kind of results until we start coming out of our doors and actually start traveling. Yeah, I think that's it. There are no more questions for now. So, guys,
it was a wonderful session, ma'am.
Thank
It was mind-blowing. It was mind-blowing. I think this is one of the best sessions that we have ever had. And the most important one was like you put in your heart and soul. We could see all your might in expressing yourself and giving it to the students. And I really admire my students, the way they put forward the question. So much of awareness they have. They are already into marketing and certain things which I do not know at all are being asked by my students. And I really, I'm happy that you have triggered that thought process. I must give the credit to you for giving us this opportunity, especially on social media. And I'm sure definitely we would be requiring your support in the future also. Now that I see that a lot of students are focusing towards marketing, I think a mentor like you will definitely help them prosper and nurture their career in a better way and shape them to be a successful people in the future.
Sure. Thank you, Senthil. Absolutely. I'm available, like I said, for all your students. Okay. If you need, they can email me. You can add me on Instagram, and we can be connected on that. So let me know. And it was a pleasure having you here.
Certainly, ma'am. Once again, on behalf of my students, all the faculty members, head of the department, Madam Parimala, and principal, sir, Mr. Srivat Sanjay, I thank you wholeheartedly for giving us this valuable time and for sharing all your experiences. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Stay safe, stay home.